Hey, what's up, gamers? It's Skull Missing. I am here today in my lovely... I couldn't even say it with a straight face. Let me try again. My lovely and stylish... There we go. My lovely and stylish gear to talk to you about energy. Almost everybody that I know of wants it, needs it, and uses a boatload of it to do the things they need to do, whether it be fishing, whether it be pet training, or most especially gardening for mega snacks. Now, I've done a max energy gear video in the past, but it's been a little way down the timeline, and a lot of things have changed. At least some things have changed since then. Polaris has come and, well, pretty much go, because everybody's pretty much done everything they have wanted to do in Polaris, except for smacking down the rat over and over and over again. And now it's time to get off the storyline and focus back on our side stuff like our energy gear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my pieces of gear one by one and tell you where to get them yourself, and maybe how tough they are to get, and just some various little bits of information about the gear. So let me go ahead and get in there now. First things first is the hat that you're probably all pretty much familiar with if you ever look for energy gear. The Green Warden's Energetic Mask. This drops from several different places, including the Spiral Cup Gauntlet, the 5 boxes, event boxes, and most importantly, you can get this out of the Wyvern's Horde packs. Now, unlike some other packs, such as say the Terror's Horde pack, which got level upgrades whenever they did Polaris, like the Terror's Horde one, for instance, is now a level 110. They did not upgrade the energy gear. I'm not quite sure why, other than maybe, well, once you put all this stuff together, you're getting a ton of energy as it is. That might be why. And they make money on the energy, of course. I mean, that's what you end up with. In any case, they did not upgrade the energy gear. At level 100, it's still the same. 21 max energy for the hat. The Green Warden Shroud comes out of the same pack from the same sources at plus 26 max energy for a level 100 robe. The shoes, the Green Warden's Energetic Boots, again from the same pack, from the same drop sources, although the actual gear percentages, drop percentages vary, you still get all these things pretty much in the same general area. If you have money just running out of your pockets with nothing to do, the easiest way to get these is in the Wyvern's Horde packs. Just keep pack opening. I'm getting tongue tied here. And eventually, if you spend $15 million, maybe not quite that much, you'll end up with it. All right, now we've done the hat, robe, and shoes, and this is where the variations start. Everybody can farm for the hat, robe, and shoes in all the same general areas. Let's go on to the wand. The best wand that I absolutely know of for energy is the Aphrodite's Rain Stick or variations thereof. Each school has their variation, but the energy is still the same. I have, being a Storm, the Aphrodite's Rain Stick, which gives you plus 10 to your max energy, and of course you get from Aphrodite in Darkmoor. If, well, you can beg her good graces long enough for her to give you the wand instead of smacking you upside your head and sending you on your way. Okay, the next one up, the Athame. Now, this one has a couple of variations. Again, one from Aphrodite. But more importantly, if for some reason you can't get to Darkmoor or can't get into Darkmoor or can't handle Darkmoor or whatever the case may be, you can get the Wolf Spike of Vitality from Nigel Higginbottom. The drawbacks are that Athame only gives plus 4 to energy. And you have to spend 300 pet derby tickets and be a pet race captain to get that Athame from him. To me, unless you just absolutely can't get into Darkmoor, it's just not worth it. Because the Aphrodite Stinging Nettle gives you 6 energy right off the bat. And more importantly, it has a tier socket. Which brings me to my next point. The tier sockets can be filled by the Crack Energy Jewel plus 5, which is the absolute best energy gear jewel that you can get currently. The drawbacks to that gear jewel is that they are only in the Fire, Ice, and Storm jewel packs, and man, are they stingy with that drop. I have gotten maybe 4 in tens of thousands of crowns worth of pack openings. I mean, I did pack opening videos on all those gem packs, and I only ended up with 4 out of all that stuff. So you can go for this gem, and it is really the best gem that you can currently get, but it will probably cost you. So you're really at a medium toss-up here. You can get that Wolf Spike for 4 and spend the tickets, or you can go into Aphrodite and get a 6 wand, I'm sorry, a 6 of Thame, and then if you happen to have a 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 jewel, add to it. To my mind, an 11 energy of Thame is a lot better than a 4 energy of Thame, so I went through all this and got this. Alright, moving on to the amulet. Again, with the amulet, you can go to Nigel Higginbottom, spend 300 race tickets, and get the Amulet of Dragonstein, which also has 4 energy for its max. Or again, you can put on pretty much any amulet that has a tier socket. I'm using this one because, well, I tend to use it generally anyway. And slap in that +5 cracked energy jewel if you happen to have one. +5, of course, it's only one better, but I had the jewel, and that made it worth it to me. Next up is the ring. For me, it's the Aphrodite's Bedlam Band. It comes off the bat with 8 energy, and again with the beautiful tear-shaped socket that you can put a +5 jewel in. Now, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. You know what? There is another. I started to say I don't know. Avalon has +5 energy rings for each school. I think the ice one is called the Brisk Ring of Nodor or something like that. In any case, the bosses out there each have a +5 ring for each different school. So you can have a +5 ring from Avalon if you can't make it again to Darkmoor. If you can make it to Darkmoor, you can end up with a ring like I have here, which is +13 energy, which knocks the crap out of a +5 energy ring. So if you can get it, go get it by all means. Okay, let's see. The pet. The pet is one of the most vital pieces of your energy set other than the robe, hat, and shoes. If you can get one, if you can't get one, find one by all means. Get yourself a Dapper Corgi like Jackson here. The Dapper Corgis start at baby with +8 to max energy, and you cannot go wrong with that. Now, I trained mine up to adult so that I could give each of my characters a Dapper Corgi, but you don't have to do that. If you don't want to train that baby at all, it can be just a +8. However, if you want to put that beautiful +20 ultra pet jewels in there in that socket, you'll want to do that. By all means, if you have a +20, they come in, by the way, a +15 and a +10 variation. But if you have a +20 jewel, by all means, train that pet up to ancient to put that bad boy in that socket. Because that gives you a pet that has 28+ energy to your max. And that is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, mounts. King's Isle hasn't yet seen fit to give us a mount that has a pet energy slot, or a jewel slot, period, for that matter. So we're going to have to pass on this for now. Maybe they'll come to the senses later, and maybe they won't. We'll just have to see with time. Brings me to decks. Now, there is no deck that I know of that has natural energy attached to it. By all means, if I'm wrong, you know about one, correct me in the comments, and I'll go get that bad boy and put it myself. But it does have, again, that wonderful tear-shaped socket that you can put a +5 energy jewel in. Now, I didn't happen to have another one. I've only got a +3, so I am actually 2 points lower than the absolute max that you can have. But 2 points, that's all right. Sooner or later, I'll get that jewel and I'll fill it up. Sooner or later. Now let's go to the total. The absolute max that you can have for pet energy is 251. Out of that, I have 249 because I had that +3 jewel instead of that +5. But you can have 251 energy. When you're gardening, that's a godsend. You can garden plots and plots and plots and plots. You can garden 2 houses worth of gardening. You can do so much gardening, you have permadirt under your nails. Whatever you need to do with 250 energy, you can do a lot of gardening. Now, it doesn't really help you as far as pet training goes because you have to take off Jackson or your Dapper Corgi, whatever his name is, whenever you do pet training, so you'll lose 30. But still, yet you'll have 220+ energy, and that is nothing to be upset about. If you're fishing, like I do sometimes for the videos, again, 250 energy, you can be out here all day, get yourself a sunburn before you run out of energy to fish with. Alright guys, that has covered it pretty much for energy. If there's another major noticeable update in energy, I will be happy to let you know. Until then guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big hard smack on the like button. That would really help me out. As well, share it, because I know there's a lot of people out there who could use this help and need energy. Until next time, this is Mystic reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Mystic. Have you guys ever had a lot of trouble getting some steel? Maybe you've been in the bazaar trying to farm it and somebody's managed to snatch it before you, or you needed one more diamond for that mannequin, or you needed stone blocks for this, or you needed red mandrake for that, and on and on and on. I know all of you have